Good Tuesday afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our market intel brief here at TOPGUN Options. My name is Matthew Buckley. My call sign is Wiz, and man, going through some issues this week, so taking a little bit of a break. I've been going full throttle for a long time, and body's kind of telling me to take a little bit of a break. So we're going to throttle back this week. Sent out a trade yesterday, however, because I'm still going to, I'm taking a break, man. I'm still going to sit here and trade, and sent out a burner trade on Amazon, which I closed this morning in a half a day, 750%, $2,000 profit in a day on Amazon. So I sent that alert out via text and email. Also took some sniper shots yesterday on the S&P 500 and today for a couple grand. So about $4,000, $4,500 in the past 2 days. So even though all the briefs are canceled for this week, I was supposed to fly up to New York tomorrow to speak at a psychedelic conference, but and a Bloomberg, appear on Bloomberg TV, but I just can't do it, man. So going to be taking a break this week. But if you're in the Max Afterburner Lifetime group or the Hunters, obviously over here, you're getting all these trades as I do them. And speaking of all the trades as I do them, check out my personal account now. 92% return year to date. I want that to sink in. Would you be happy if your personal account was up 92% year to date? And look from the beginning of September to now. Look at the beginning of September. Rip your face off, implosion, bounce, implosion, rip your face off rally for the past 2 weeks, especially today. We'll get into why we had a rip your face off rally today, but look at that. Look at this extreme volatility in the past 2.5 months. Extreme volatility to me means extreme profits. 92% year to date as the so-called smart money is getting destroyed. So let me give you a quick update as to what's going on here at TOPGUN Options, but just as importantly or I'm going to say more importantly, in the No Fallen Heroes universe. We got selected as nonprofit of the year. I didn't even go down to Miami for the award ceremony because I'm like, we're not going to win. And we won. So I got a text Friday morning, like from a ton of people, like, "Hey, congrats on winning nonprofit of the year." I'm like, "Oh, I guess we should have gone." So thank you to everybody that voted. Thank you to Wonderland and Microdose and all the folks down there. Thank you. If you're a donor, even if you're not a donor, if you're just letting out the word, telling people about the No Fallen Heroes Foundation, I sincerely appreciate it. Y'all make my heart smile. And Saturday, Veterans Day, we also launched our pre-ordering of the Maverick Mind product. Functional mushrooms by heroes for heroes, folks. You can go to the mycrudoses.com website. That's our strategic partner, MyCruDoses, Dr. Jeremy, BJ, Daniel Carcillo, all the incredible human beings, man. We have the two products right now, our morning brief and night wrap. Hat Shot is being produced right now. That's going to be a mid-afternoon energy drink. 100% legal, 100% natural, organic. Man, these things have saved and changed my life. So you can head to mycrodoses.com/pages/Maverick. Go grab that stuff. Also, this weekend, we launched on the No Fallen Heroes website. So you can go to the No Fallen Heroes Foundation webpage. Right at the top here, it says new merch. 100% of proceeds go to Fun Healing Retreats. Click on shop now. And here comes the Christmas presents you need to start buying people. It's hoodie season, ladies. Get your man to get you a hoodie, or you don't need no man. Get your own hoodie. Here you go. Got fights on the sleeve. There's our psychedelic fighter pilot helmet, and you got the Mental Joe and No Fallen Heroes logo that kind of goes underneath the hoodie there. And there's the t-shirt. Same thing. Same design for that. And then you got the No Fallen Heroes Foundation and Mental Joe's logo on the back. Folks, these things are awesome. Not going to share the exact numbers, but let's just say Mental Joe shot me a text that day like, dude, this is insanity. So I'm glad these resonate with everybody because they are pretty cool, man. I came up with these with Chad and Carrie at Mental Joe, and he's like, dude, I can make that. I can totally make that image. So there you go. Fighter pilot helmet with the psychedelics in the visor and the No Fallen Heroes Foundation logo up there. But what a great weekend down there in Miami. There's Ryan Malone, Bugsy Malone, famous hockey player, man. Uh, he and his beautiful bride came down to because they're getting into the space big time, and I am just blown away, absolutely blown away about what's going on here, and also blown away that Maps finally got around to cutting up some of the my clip of my keynote in Denver. This watching this again makes me cry. Every time I watch this clip, I cry. So I'm going to close it right now. But if you want to check out that clip, you can go to Maps, or you can go to my Instagram official_Wiz, and it's actually doing. The views are pretty good, man. Like 74,000 views. I mean, Jaden Smith, 71,000 views. So sorry, Jaden. Not a competition, trust me. But I'm just looking at some of the views on some of these videos. I'm like, wow. I'm just so glad that that clip ended up resonating with people. I'll try and get you the full clip of the entire keynote um, once they get it to me. So I apologize for that. Real quick, episode 79 just dropped today of the Max Afterburner podcast. No Fallen Heroes, selected nonprofit of the year, and the Hunt for Red October Colorado edition. This is going to crack you up. Share with you something that happened out in Colorado that was about to freak me the hell out. And it has everything to do with the Hunt for Red October Colorado edition. So you can listen on Apple Podcast. You can listen to the Max Afterburner podcast on Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart, wherever cool kids listen to podcasts. You can listen to that. Tonight at 6 is when we drop it on the No Fallen Heroes YouTube channel. So if you want to see my ugly face, you can go ahead and do that and check that out. All right, let's talk about today, man. Well, let's talk about some really depressing things first. Americans don't want to fight for their country anymore. It's a Newsweek article from the day before Veterans Day. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, this doesn't shock me. A generation of children raised to hate themselves and their own country will never defend it. We are in so much trouble. Looking at the numbers in this survey, I'm along with the 8-9 million people who have invaded this. You think those people want to fight for their country? Nah, I'm fairly certain a lot of them are going to be terrorists and criminals and probably want to fight for the country they came from. We are screwed. We did it, Joe. I didn't think General Milley as a woke chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff could get any worse, but CQ, General CQ Brown, a diversity hire, uh, the dude flew fighters, and in his entire career, his quote combat time was in the back of an AWACS. The dude, all he did was staff jobs in colleges and getting blocks checked so he could be in this position. Was never on the tip of the spear in his fighter jet, man. Never did anything. But anyway, here's our next political general. Israel killing civilians will help Hamas recruit. Hey, CQ, I'm fairly fucking certain Hamas doesn't need any more help in recruiting to kill the Jews. They raise their children from the moment they come out to hate the Jews, to kill Israel, to wipe it off the map. So, breaking news from the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Killing your enemy makes them hate you even more. Duh. That's why you need to destroy every one of those terrorist soldiers, whatever you want to call them. Kill every one of them. This guy is an idiot. I talked to a lot of buddies in the Air Force, retired, active duty. This guy is a known clown. Okay, he is it's comical how bad this guy is. Just a staff officer and his whole career. You do not fly fighters for a couple decades in the Navy, the Air Force, the Marine Corps, and not either have flown combat sorties, missions over Afghanistan, Syria, Iraq, or Bosnia. This guy did none of it. On his way up to 4 stars, he's like, "Oh, geez, I better get some, a little combat on my resume." In the back of an AWACS, right, the big airliner with a UFO radar dish on the top. He got some flights in the back of that thing to get the check in the box. Disgrace. In other good news, the mayor of San Francisco cleaned up his shithole because his boss is coming into town. Isn't it a disgrace? So the Democrats will jump through their ass to clean up a city for the head of the Communist Chinese Party coming to visit. Oh, and by the way, a year ago they were conducting simulated attacks on carrier groups and talking about invasions and everything like that. And all of a sudden, oh no, 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 we embrace our American friends. China is our mortal enemy. Period. All of this stuff, folks, is designed again, kind of like Netanyahu in Israel. Wow, Hamas has been quiet for a while, or they're actually talking nice about us. Geez, they're all right. Unbelievable. Gavin Newsom bending over backwards to appease his Chinese overlords. The U.S. launches third round of airstrikes on eastern Syria. Deterrence failing. We did it, Joe. Over 50 attacks against U.S. troops in the past month. 50. Last strike we did was a couple of Eagles against a garage. 2 F-15E Strike Eagles bombing a garage. What happened after we did that? 6 more attacks on U.S. forces. And what did we do? Another couple airplane strike. Our weakness is going to do nothing but get more of us killed. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are a disgrace along with their woke chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. It's not your job to dictate policy to the American people, General. Your job is to follow orders. Anyway, Moody's turns negative on U.S. credit rating and draws Washington ire. Isn't that funny? These people were like $33 trillion in debt. $33 trillion in debt. I forget our like every hour we owe like $250 million in interest. We are broke. We're bankrupt. And God forbid a credit agency kind of points that out and the politicians go apeshit as they spend more money for Israel, for Ukraine, not obviously for veterans. Right. So this morning, folks, right now the S&P 500 is up about 2%. We got up to 4,500 today. We blew through all these moving average. This was a short squeeze. It ended, and then we got cooler than expected inflation. And the Wall Street Journal is tail's wagging the dog, right? The Wall Street Journal is kind of wagging the Fed right now. Cooling inflation likely ends Fed rate hikes. Boom. That's going to be a rip your face off rally. I've seen reports that people are, a lot of the big banks are saying, hey, we're definitely having a recession next year. But guess what's going to happen? If the Fed starts cutting rates, we will see a rip your face off rally like after Donald Trump got elected, or the bottom of the COVID scandemic when the Fed dropped the biggest financial nuke known to man. The economy sucked, everything was bad, but the market had a rip your face off rally, right? So 2024 is going to be another year that retail traders or just regular Americans hate Wall Street because the market is going to soar higher, even though the economy sucks. So unbelievable. Anyway, what was this one? This goes to our SIBO trade, which is printing money. Call options trading surged during the recent rally. Folks, if you're not long-term bullish on the SIBO, you're insane. CBOE. The SIBO has been crushing it. Look at this chart. I recommended a synthetic stock on SIBO about 6 months ago right here, and it's gone from 130 to about 180. $50 since I recommended you get in the SIBO. You're welcome. What's this one? Commercial real estate. Now, I wanted to get to this real quick. The VA, folks, committed to studying psychedelics for PTSD. Why aren't you doing it now? You ready for this? This lady right here, man. Carolyn Clancy. Miss Clancy right here. Carolyn Clancy. Where is it? Where's her quote? Here we go. Based on our assessment of the literature to date, there is still much to learn and much yet to be understood about the potential benefits of psychedelic compounds. Our department is not only focused on finding the best innovative treatments, but doing it safely. Hey, Miss Clancy, the best literature to date? How about you go sit with the healers, the medicine men and women? Why don't you go sit with the people that have been using these medicines for thousands and thousands of years? Here comes the VA. Oh, we're committed to studying these things. Miss Clancy, lead, follow, or get out of the way. Unbelievable. Knock on wood, we've provided healing grants for hundreds or however many of veterans and first responders and family members. Knock on wood, not one adverse event. Not one. People in the town where Miss Clancy works, whenever there's a shooting, what do you hear them froth at the mouth about? We need to ban guns. Why? Because if it saves just one life, wouldn't it be worth it? We are having what is equal to a mass shooting every day of veterans. 22 to 44 veterans die every day. Can you imagine if they were physically shot? How many people would be calling to ban guns? Because if it saves just one life, Miss Clancy, how about if psychedelics could save just one veteran's life? Do you think you could speed up your commitment a little bit more? I know I sound frustrated, folks, but this stuff just pisses me off. Psychedelics may soon be available, sort of, to treat vets with PTSD. Well, the good thing is I really don't care about the VA. I don't care about the Pentagon. I don't care about the United States military. I'm going to keep doing my mission. Costa Rica, Mexico, or Colorado and Oregon. Thank you for Colorado and Oregon leading the way in the United States and having the balls to step up. Where are you, DeSantis? I'm in Florida. You're a veteran. You're a Navy veteran. Where are you? Governor Abbott in Texas is at least empowering the Bell School of Medicine at the University of Texas. They have a psychedelic branch. Where are you, Ron? My God, man. But this type of shit just, the United States government spends $7 million a minute. You know how much my brother Morgan Luttrell squeezed out of these tight people in Washington? 2 minutes. $15 million, folks. It's a disgrace, but I expect nothing less. So me, I'm gonna keep leading. A portion of every Maverick Mine sale goes to the No Fallen Heroes Foundation to provide a healing grant. Every profit in these shirts, minus Chad's cost to make the shirts, he ain't a charity. Anything above that goes to the No Fallen Heroes Foundation. So if you've kind of been, hey man, I just can't afford a donation. Well, can you afford a nice supplement that I take that makes me feel great? Can you use a good hoodie? Do you know somebody who needs a nice Christmas, Kwanzaa, winter solstice, or Hanukkah present? Yeah, you probably do. So when you buy one of these things, you're also help saving a life. Okay. Again, see, I even felt I talked too long on this thing, man, and my mouth is hurting. So I'm gonna call this one a day. I appreciate everybody's support. Thank you for the well wishes, man. It's brutal, brutal pain. But even yesterday, man, when I was in tears. Yeah, I found gratitude. I thanked God for my suffering, right? I thank God that I was in a dental oral surgery. I thank God that I have the ability to go to a dentist, that I have running water, that I can get painkillers. There are people dying today, Wiz. Get over yourself. So gave myself a little bit of ego and crying out, and then I'm like, get over it, dude. Get up and get going. So that's why I'm here right now. So I appreciate it, folks. Again, go to the No Fallen Heroes website right up at the top. Click the little shop now. Go to mycrewdoses.com/pages/Maverick and go pre-order your night trap and morning brief. Okay. And if you want, come check out my official _Wiz. Scroll down and that video right there is pretty cool if you want to watch it. Again, whenever I watch that clip, I cry in a good way. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you're hedged, especially as we see these rip your face off rallies. Fights on. Namaste. See, Wiz out.